Hey guys, welcome to another classic TFL Top 10 list, and as always with me is...
Hi, it's Nathan.
And Nathan, you and Andre did a top 10 list recently that was the top 10 worst selling cars in America.
Yes, thanks to Autoblog, we were able to put together this really good list, and it was a lot of fun to do, but there was a problem.
What was the problem?
Those are really expensive vehicles, like really, really expensive. So we wanted to do a new list.
Yeah, like the Mulsanne, Bentley Mulsanne. That is a car that costs hundreds of thousands, so obviously it doesn't sell a lot. So we thought it'd be fun to do this list, the top 10 affordable worst selling cars. These are cars that you could actually go out and buy today, and you may want to go out and buy them because they may be going away.
They may not last. Now, all these vehicles are under $50,000, or at least their base price is.
Yeah, so they're cars that are out there in the real world, every man type cars. So why don't we get started? What's number 10?
Number 10 is the Subaru BRZ. Now this is a rear drive vehicle with a 4-cylinder engine. It's a lot of fun to drive even though it has Prius tires on it. And they sold 4,131 in 2017.
Yeah, it starts at $25,495. It is, of course, the brother or sister car to the Toyota 86.
Yep.
It is a car that we think doesn't have enough torque.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't have enough torque. And the other thing that's a bit of an issue for some people is the fact that Subaru, known for all-wheel drive vehicles, is selling a rear drive car. Now, so the Toyota 86 sold 6,846, a lot more than the cousin.
The BRZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, the reason it doesn't have a lot of torque is it's because it's a Boxster engine.
Yeah.
Obviously, it needs a turbocharger like no one's business. It's kind of a two-seater with some seating in the back for like little kids.
2+2.
Yeah, the tires are super thin. You know, it's like that RX-7 that we recently had, but updated. But once again, nobody's buying sports sedans.
Or sports cars.
Or sports cars, yeah, exactly. So let's go to number 9, and that is the Volkswagen E-Golf. Now, that's an important distinction there, the E-Golf.
Yeah.
It sold 3,534 units in 2017. Base price is $30,495. And what's the issue with that one?
Well, one of the main issues is range. It's 125 miles maximum range, which is under a majority of the competitors out there.
Yeah, it's kind of a placeholder in some ways. Volkswagen has really like not doubled down, but like quadrupled down on electric cars. And you just went to the summit where they spent hours talking about the, I think, what, almost 20 electric cars that are coming.
There's several that are coming from Volkswagen. And one of the first ones we're going to get is an SUV. So it should be pretty interesting. And remember that ID Buzz, the Volkswagen van looking one? That's coming too, to the United States, which I'm happy about.
Now, I got to drive the E-Golf. It's a fine car, you know. It's like a Golf, except that it's electric, which means it's quiet, it's torquey. But, you know, when the Bolt gets almost 250 miles of range, having a car that's very similarly priced, that gets half that, that's a tough sell.
It is indeed. Once again, you're right. It's a placeholder in the future. New ones coming very soon.
All right, what's next, dude?
The Audi Allroad, which surprised the hell out of me. And here's the crazy part. The sales for the Allroad in 2017 actually went up over 40%.
How many did they sell?
Well, they sold 3,240. Sorry, my eyes had to adjust. They sold 3,240.
We need a teleprompter.
Yeah, we really do. And the base price for the vehicle was $44,500. But once again, this is a sales increased vehicle, which is surprising. So
does that mean wagons are coming back?
You know, it's a possibility. The funny thing about wagons is it's what a crossover is, just a little bit lower.
Yeah, it's basically the A4 wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Europe, they also do the A6 All-Road. Now, you know, from my point of view, I used to like the old All-Road because it was a true off-road car, right?
Yeah,
It had air suspension, and it had
lockers.
Sort of, kind of. It had, you know, some cladding. This one is kind of an appearance package, right? It's got kind of bigger fender flares, and it's a little bit taller, I think, maybe.
Yeah, there's a little bit of armor underneath the nose.
It just looks tough. But it's not really an off-road car. It's just a tough-looking on-road car. Right, number 6.
Let's talk about number 6, which is the Lincoln MKT. Yes, they still sell it.
Yeah, I thought it was, you know, DOA.
Me too. It's basically a Ford Flex with a Lincoln body and one of the more polarizing grills I've seen in the market. And they sold 3,005 of these vehicles.
Yeah, and it starts at $43,530. And you know what? It's a car that is long in the tooth, right? It came out in 2010, which in car years is ancient.
It truly is ancient. I mean, it's creeping up on over 8 years.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, most cars get refreshed after 4 years.
Yeah.
And once again, Lincoln's kind of a company like Acura. They're in the process of reinventing themselves, or at least it seems like they've been doing it for a long time now. Yeah. With the new Continental,
the new Navigator,
and this MKT is old.
Yeah.
Old. So I'm surprised it even sells that much. All right, number 5, Nathan.
Well, that's the Golf R, and they sold 2,706 of them last year.
Yeah, it's expensive. $39,375. This is the base price, guys. This is not what you'll see at the dealership. So keep in mind these numbers are base. It's a car that is selling up against cars that look a lot more aggressive, right?
That's true. And one of the things that some people may be having a problem with is the fact that this car has not been refreshed yet.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the Focus RS, which is brand new, which had a lot of buzz around it.
Oh, yeah.
You've got, of course, the perennial favorite, the STI, which it competes directly against. And these are cars that appeal, I think, to a younger audience, right? The Golf R is kind of more my age group.
Actually,
I was going to say your age group.
Thank you so much. No, well, speaking of your age group, we go to number 4. And you know I'm right about this, too, because it's one of your favorite cars.
I do like it, and I'm surprised it's on the list.
Yeah, it's the Audi Tt, and they sold 2,294 of them last year.
And that includes the S and RS.
Yes.
Those are over 50K, keep in mind.
Yeah. But the base Audi Tt comes in at $43,950.
And I got to drive the new RS, and I fell in love with it, dude. It's a fun car. It's a car that handles well. It's a car that pushes you back into the seat when you floor it. I think it's, the kind of the problem with the car has always been that it's been considered the hairdresser's car, right? That's been its reputation. But this one is much more square-jawed, much more angular, much more fun to drive.
No, it's not. Anyway, let's move on.
You haven't driven it yet.
Yeah, but I've seen it. I don't know. Let's move on to number 3.
All right, what's number 3?
Number 3 is the Volvo V60, and they sold 2,251 of them last year. And, there's a simple reason why they're not selling very many of them, and that is Volvo has moved to this new, rather dynamic look, and the V60 hasn't been put into that new look yet. So what you're getting is the old generation of the V60, and not many people are interested in that.
Yeah, base price $38,250.
Yeah.
And Nathan, you know this better than I do. The lifeblood of any car company is new product, and old product just doesn't sell, right? And, Volvo has this really exciting renaissance of style, of technology, and this is just an old car. I love that, Thor's hammer headlight that they've got going on in their other vehicles. And I'm sure they'll get refreshed.
Yeah, they're hitting them out of the park. So this is one of the few vehicles that's going to be refreshed, I would imagine, very soon.
I agree.
And let's maybe now's the time to go and get one if you really wanted one, because I'm sure they're going for less at $38,250. It's kind of pricey, but I have a feeling you can get a deal.
All right, number 2 is the Fiat 500L.
Yeah.
They sold 1,664 of them. They started at $20,995. When I went on the launch of that car, they described the styling as like Mickey Mouse in a good way. There's an Italian word for that. I don't remember what it. The Mickey Mouse. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I remembered it before. And
Cinquecento. No, that's 500.
Yeah, the 500.
No, but there's a word for it, and it was supposed to be kind of cute, and they've had all sorts of issues with it, from reliability to consumer satisfaction. They did not put their best foot forward when they launched that car here in America. And
they should have pulled it, frankly.
I think the sales numbers show.
Yeah, they do. They sold 1,664. That's not good. And let's face it, Fiat is having an identity crisis since their return. They really need cars to be reliable. They really need cars to really get into the American soul. And they're not doing that when they sell a vehicle that frankly looks the way the 500L looks and drives the way it looks too.
The brand needs something, right? It's got a rebranded Miata, the 124, and it's got the Cinquecento,
which is a good little car, especially.
But it's old.
It is old. And the Abarth version is a hell of a lot of fun to drive, and they're cheap. But
and it's got That's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you get.
Yeah. So, well, no, they have the 500X, which is pretty good too.
Oh, that's
frankly.
true.
That's a decent car.
Yeah, which is also a rebranded Jeep Renegade.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're right.
cousins.
I mean, so you've got 2 rebranded cars. You've got one that doesn't sell very well, and one that's been old, right? So you're right. It's an identity crisis. They need to have something that says this is a Fiat.
Yeah.
Like the Spider. Remember the Spider?
Yes. The real Spider.
Yeah. That was cool.
Well, we'll see what they do in the future, but they do need to get rid of the 500.
All right, number 1, dude.
Well, the number 1 is the Hyundai Veloster. Yes, we know a new one is right around the corner. As a matter of fact, we're going to the Detroit show where they're going to debut this baby like in a couple days.
Yeah, they only sold less than 1,755 last year. Base price $14,850. It's it's one of those cars that the car is cooler than the engine and the chassis.
Which is because it was based on the older accent platform.
Right. It's kind of it had that classic formula for how you make a hot hatch.
Right.
You take kind of an inexpensive car and you put a big engine in it, but I don't think that works anymore. I think you have to tune the chassis. You have to put a serious engine into it. And so the car, even the turbo, wasn't all that fast. The regular one was actually pretty darn slow.
Yeah.
And it's got that cool asymmetric thing going on with the 2 doors on one side and 1 door on the other. But they're sticking with it, and I'm happy because I love cars with a lot of personality, and that one potentially has it.
It does, and they first started selling those back in 2011. So it's been around for a long time, and it's time for a change. Here's the cool part, though. This vehicle will eventually have the N branding, and the N is sort of like M or AMG or whatnot. And so for Hyundai, this is going to be a kick-ass car when it comes back out.
What does N stand for?
I have no idea. Nathan Speed. Nathan Fast. They named it after me. No
surrender? I don't know. I can make anything.
Actually, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out hopefully when we go to the Detroit show, which we should tell these guys about.
So guys, you might know this. We have 3 channels that we publish. We've got this channel, which is our live and behind the scenes channel, and then we've got our 2 main channels, which of course is TFL Car and TFL Truck. Now at the Detroit Auto Show, there are 4 new trucks coming out, and that is like lightning striking because it never happens.
Yes.
And we're going to have both live videos, so actually the cars being unveiled and revealed.
That's on now.
And that's on this channel. And we're going to do videos, everything you ever want to know. So we're going to do a deep dive on the new Ram 1500.
Right.
On the new Ford Ranger.
Yeah.
On the new, what's the third one? Silverado. And of course on the new Ford F-150 diesel.
Yes.
So deep dives on those trucks on truck. Live videos of them being unveiled here.
Yep.
And then on car, we've got the new G-Wagon coming. We've got the new Veloster coming. We're going to have deep A7. We've got deep dive, everything everyone know videos on car. And then the cars being unveiled on now. So we're going to be busy. We've got me, Nathan, our new guy Mike, and Andre at the show. It's going to be a hell of a 3 days, Nathan. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, but if you saw our coverage at the LA Auto Show, that's just a taste of what we're going to be bringing you when we hit this one.
Now, Sunday night, Nathan's going to the new Jetta.
That's right.
Which is exciting, too. I mean, Jetta is one of their best-selling cars. So he'll be there, rubbing shoulders, actually probably bashing.
Yeah, elbowing people out of the way so I can get to the car.
All right, and we're really excited, and I'm a little bit scared. It's going to be a crazy, crazy 4 days now.
It will, guys. It's going to be crazy, but please
let's
stay
take
tuned.
like a month off.
Yeah, seriously. Hawaii, here we come.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for the Fast Lane Car and TFL Now. This is Nathan.
And of course, Roman. And remember, if you like what we're doing, support us on our Patreon page. We really love the fact that you guys are out there supporting us by clicking below or buy some merch on our websites.
Yep.
Or just watch and enjoy the show.
And subscribe.
And enjoy the show. See you guys next time.
Take
Ciao.
care.